Every move I make, whether asleep or awake, there is no mistake. My God is in the midst. Fear just can't exist. With Jesus, I can't miss. With Jesus, we are this.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Cade Chapel's Vacation Bible School for 2021. We are so excited to have each of you, and I'm so excited to share so many stories with you guys for the next couple of weeks. Our theme this year is With Jesus, We Got This. So every time we get on here, I want us to remember, with Jesus, I got this. So repeat after me. With Jesus, you got this. With Jesus, I got this. With Jesus, we got this. Let's say it again. With Jesus, you got this. With Jesus, I got this. With Jesus, we got this. Awesome. So, let's get started with a little game. We're going to play Simon Says. Who's ready? I know I am.
Hey, let's play Simon Says. When I say Simon Says jump, you jump. When I say Simon Says shout hooray, you shout hooray. But if I don't say Simon Says first, don't move. And that's how we play the game. Are you ready? Simon says, jump! Simon says, touch your toes! Simon says, stomp your feet! Stomp, 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 stomp! Wiggle your ears! Did you wiggle your ears? I didn't say Simon Says. Let's play again. Simon says, hop like a frog. Ribbit, 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 ribbit. Simon says, shout hooray! Simon says, slap your knees. Roll your eyes. Did you roll your eyes? I didn't say Simon Says. Let's play again. Simon says, fly like a plane. Simon says, moo like a cow. Simon says, wiggle your fingers. Touch your nose. Did you touch your nose? I didn't say Simon Says. And that's how we play Simon Says.
Today's lesson is about leadership. Now you may be asking, what is a leader? Well, a leader is a person that other people follow, and that leadership is what shows other people the way. Leadership is really big in God's eyes. When Joshua passed, the Israelites were no longer in favor of God, and so he appointed judges, and Deborah was one of those judges. So we're going to bring Grandma Holly on so she can teach us a little bit more about Deborah.
Hello, kids. Great to see you. Hi, Holly. It's story time. So, what is the story you're going to read us today? The story I'm going to read today is called The Judge Deborah. Awesome! After Joshua's death, a new form of leadership was put in place by God for the nation of Israel, as the people sometimes obeyed God and sometimes did not. So, a series of both men and women judges was strengthened and empowered by God to lead the nation. The Israelites were made to learn a few lessons over and over again, like to serve only God and let God lead them, and that confession of sins is very important. The people of Israel had stopped obeying God and were living a sinful and selfish life. So, God punished them by making them slaves of King Jabin of Canaan. And for the next 20 years, Sisera, the commander of King Jabin's army, was mean and ruthless to them. One of the prophetess' judge, Deborah, held court sitting under a palm tree. The Israelites came to her with their problems and disputes. The people of Israel were crying out to God for saving them from Sisera. So, God asked Deborah to send for a man named Barak, because he had a job for him. When Deborah met Barak, she said, "The God of Israel commands you to take 10,000 men and go to Mount Tabor, where Sisera will come with his chariots and his soldiers, and you will defeat him by God's power." But Barak refused. He said,
I will only go if you go with me.
"All right, I'll go with you," Deborah said. "But then the honor of killing Sisera will not go to you, but to a woman." Deborah went to Mount Tabor with Barak, where God sent Sisera with all his chariots and soldiers. Barak approached with his 10,000 men to where Sisera and his men camped. When Sisera saw them coming, he fled, abandoning his men and chariots behind. Barak killed all his soldiers, and none were left. Sisera ran to the tent of a woman called Jael and sought help. Jael asked him to come inside her tent. Sisera went in and asked for some water. Then she covered him with a blanket so that no one saw him. Jael agreed to protect him, but waited until Sisera fell asleep, and then she took his life. Soon after Jael killed Sisera, Barak came looking for him all the way to Jael's tent. Jael showed him Sisera's dead body. This is how Jael, a woman, killed Sisera, just as Deborah had said. After Sisera's death, the king of Canaan became weaker and weaker until the Israelites destroyed him. So, did you children like the story? Oh yes, we did. Great!
So Deborah was a judge leading God's people when they were mistreated. God told her to send a man named Barak to defeat their enemies, and he did not want to go without Deborah being with him. Because of Deborah's leadership, the enemies of God's people were defeated, and they enjoyed their time. Another note we can take from Deborah is that she was very kind. Here is a lesson about a mouse and a lion that could help you understand how to communicate and how to talk to others when you are in a leadership position.
In a huge palace lived a lion, the king of the jungle, along with lots of lionesses to take good care of him. One Sunday afternoon, when all the lionesses were fast asleep, the lion was lazing on his beanbag watching a horror movie on his laptop. Just when it was time for a scary scene in the movie, the lion felt a tickle on his chin. Scared as if the ghost from the movie had come to life, the lion fell off the beanbag and broke his laptop. The lion noticed a tiny mouse hanging to his beard, which he called his mane. He grabbed the mouse in anger and asked him, "Why are you hanging on my mane?" The mouse, frightened by the angry lion, replied, "You have a very soft beard. I just wanted to play with it for a while. Please forgive me if I scared you." "You have dirtied my mane. It takes me more than 1 hour to clean it. "As your punishment, I will eat you," said the lion. The mouse was very smart. He was brainy and had really good knowledge about computers. He told the lion that he would help him repair the laptop if the lion didn't eat him up. The lion was kind-hearted, and he calmed down on knowing that he had clever mice in the kingdom. He decided to let the mouse free. The mouse quickly fixed the lion's laptop and left. He was so relieved the lion didn't eat him. A few months later, one fine day, the lion was out in the jungle looking for food. He accidentally laid his foot on a shiny object. Suddenly, a cage popped out from nowhere, trapping the lion in it. It was a computerized cage with glass walls on 3 sides. It was set by a zookeeper who wanted to capture the lion and take him to his zoo in the city. The lion tried to free himself by banging his head against the cage walls, but they were too strong and didn't even crack. He roared as loud as he could, calling for help. After a few hours, the lion was tired and decided to give up. Just then, he heard some sounds coming from outside the cage. The lion thought that the zookeeper was there to take him to the city. To his surprise, the door to the cage suddenly opened. The lion rushed outside to see none other than the smart little mouse. The lion asked the mouse, "Did you open the door to this cage?" "Yes," replied the mouse. "This cage you were trapped in is computerized, and I have been trained to hack into computer systems. Ever since you have set me free, I have been helping needy animals. I have freed more than 100 animals from such computerized cages," said the mouse. A big smile appeared on the lion's face as he remembered the day when he had set the mouse free. The lion thanked the mouse for all the good work he was doing in his kingdom and invited him to stay at his palace for the rest of his life. The mouse happily agreed. After all, he had never stayed in a palace. The lion and the mouse are best of friends now. They help trapped animals and watch horror movies together every day.
That was such a great story, but let's not forget about our memory verse. Our memory verse for today is Psalm 5 and 8. "O Lord, lead me in your right way." So repeat after me. "O Lord, lead me in your right way." Let's say that again. "O Lord, lead me in your right way." Let's say it one more time, and let's make it really loud and shout it really proud. "Oh Lord, lead me in your right way." Amen. Such an awesome time with you guys today. I cannot wait to see you next week. Have a great week.
Jesus, we got this. Here we go, y'all. Every step I take, every move I make, whether asleep or awake, there is no mistake. My God is in the midst. Fear just can't